Hello and welcome back to my channel, Craft Time by Casey. I am Casey and today is a very special video for me, and I went back and forth on whether or not I wanted to make a video for our friend Wendy, and ultimately I decided to do it. And I did not know her, and it's crazy to me how you can feel like you know somebody through watching them on YouTube as often as I watched her. And just in case you don't know who she was of course a jewelry making YouTuber, wonderful crafting person who passed away recently unexpectedly in an accident. I absolutely love her channel and I'm so inspired by her. Since I decided to do it, I wanted to go big. So what I decided to do was take one of her video ideas about how many bracelets that I could make from one bead box. I just received my treasure bag in the mail and I just decided to go for it. She has a few videos that she did like this recently. I highly recommend that you go check them out. And I decided to use that idea for the Golden Harvest treasure bag. And I have to say, it was a very ambitious idea. It was more difficult than I thought it was going to be, but it was so much fun, and I have put a lot of work into this, and I am very excited to share it with you. And if you are interested in the treasure bags, keep in mind she does not have a monthly subscription, but she does have a notification list. And you want to be signed up for that notification list because once she puts her treasure bags for sale, they sell out pretty quickly. So if you would like to see how these bracelets came about, then stay tuned. All right, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with the tools that I will be using. I have 2 sets of chain nose pliers, 1 set of cutters, 1 set of crimping pliers, and I want to briefly mention my tool set. It is the Casual Comfort tool set. And as the name suggests, these tools are the most comfortable tools to use that I have found. They are very high quality, very well made. And for me, one of the biggest things that leads to that comfort is the size. For whatever reason, a lot of times jewelry making tools will be a lot smaller, like this. As you can see, the grips are a little bit smaller on this one as well. These Casual Comfort tools just seem to be made for adult size hands. And honestly, at this point, I just can't imagine using any other tool set. So I will have these tools linked down below along with everything else I use in the video that did not come from the treasure bag. I am also going to link down below the opening video that I did for the treasure bag, and it will have a detailed description of all of the beads that I use in this video. And I am also going to link below the opening video that I did for my Beebeecraft haul, and I am showing these particular clasps for a reason right now, and it'll be later in the video. This came as a pack of 10, and as you can see, there are only 5 left because I used 5 of them for 5 different bracelets, which I will show you later. I will have that video linked down below, along with all of the links of all the products that I use from Beebeecraft. I'm also using 49 strand bead along wire in the color Bright, which is this silver color. And I always get the 100 feet just because I go through it so quickly. And I will say, when I started the endeavor that became this video, this was a brand new spindle. And as you can see, because of how many I made, I'm already starting to see the white in the middle. So you can see why I need to get the 100 feet. I do go through it pretty quickly. All right, I have already cut a length of wire. It is just about 12 inches, a little bit over. And here's how I start each strand. I put on a crimp tube, a jump ring, and a wire guardian. I put it through one side and wrap it around and put it through the other. And I want to make sure that jump ring is up in that wire guardian, and I'm going to pinch it closed with my fingers. And then you want both ends of that wire to go through that crimp tube. I'm going to pull on that longer end because I don't need the tail quite that long. And you want to make sure that the wires are separated like this. You don't want them crossed under that crimp tube. And here's how I hold it. I'm going to go in with my crimping pliers into that second divot and give it a good smash. gonna have that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into that first divot, give it another smash. And then I'm gonna go in with that flat part at the end and give it the final smash. And then it's nice and snug. And I'm holding it like this on the end, and I'm gonna take that crimp cover and put it right on top of that smashed crimp tube, just like that. And then flip it up. I'm gonna go in with my chain nose pliers and give it a gentle smash. And then I'm gonna hold it up like this and go front to back on that crimp cover so that it gets the round shape. Just like that. And that is how I begin each strand. So now it's just the order of the beads. And the first set of beads I'm putting on here are 4 bicones with 3 3mm spacers in between. And I'm gonna slide it down, and you want that, well, you want that tail to go in that first couple of beads, but mine kind of just fell in there, so I'll pull it out to show it. The tail on there, you just kind of want to slide it through the first couple of beads there, just like that. I'm going to use the flower bead cap. And here's the next set of beads. I have one of those rondelles in between 2 of those bead caps, and then 2 more bicones with the 3mm spacer. Slide it down. And here's what we have so far. And I'm going to add this part right here one more time. All right, so here's what we have so far. And now we're going to do the center component. Add 1 more spacer and one of these beautiful crystals, and then a spacer, bicone, spacer. So just like this, I'm gonna add this right here 2 more times. All right, so here it is. And now I'm going to add the rest of the beads that are on this side over here so that both sides match, and then we will meet back up. All right, and here is the full strand. I just think these beads are so pretty and so beautiful. I just love her treasure bags. All right, so now we're gonna close it off. I'm gonna put on a crimp tube, a jump ring, and a wire guardian. I'm gonna put it through one side, wrap it around, and put it through the other. And you wanna make sure that jump ring is up in the wire guardian. I'm gonna pinch it closed with my fingers. And I want the crimp tube to have both wires going through it. And I'm gonna hang on to the end and kind of pull it all down. And I'm gonna put that wire through the first couple of beads, just like that. And here's where you have to have that balance for every strand, because you definitely want to pull it snug, but you also don't want it too snug. You want your bracelet to have flexibility, so you want to make sure that it can move. And I'm going to take my crimping pliers and go into that second divot, give it a good smash, have that taco shape, turn it on its side, go into that first divot, give it another smash. Then I'm going to take that flat part on the end, give it that final smash, and it's nice and snug. And I have it like this, and I'm going to take that crimp cover and put it right on top of that smashed crimp tube. And then flip it up, go in with my chain nose pliers, give it a gentle smash, and then I'm going to go front to back on that crimp cover to make sure it has that round shape. Just like that. I take that tail, get as close as I can with my cutters, and then I want to go in there with, usually I just take my nail and maneuver it into the next bead, just like that. And here is the focal strand on this one. I think it's so pretty. I just love these crystal beads. And as every bracelet that I've made for this video is a multi-strand bracelet, I have already made the second strand, and it has opened and closed the same way. So here is the second strand. And as you can see, I use all of the same beads, same bead caps, same spacers. Only difference is this is not the focal strand, so this has the big beads on it. So these two go together. And as you can see, started and stopped the same way. The only thing that I did to this one is take off the jump rings, because we only need 1 set of jump rings. So now we're going to connect them with the taco clasp that came in the treasure bag. All right, so I'm using the jump rings that are on there, and I'm going to open it, add the second strand, and add one side of the taco clasp. I'm going to take both sides of that jump ring and I'm going to close it. All right, and I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. I'll take the jump ring that's over here and open it. Other strand. And I know it's hard to see from the angle coming straight down, but when I'm having two strands like this, I like to let it hang and see if it looks like it's hanging naturally on the other side or if it's twisted, which it looks to me like this one is twisted. So I'm going to turn it. So like that. And then on the other side, it should kind of hang naturally. And that way nothing is twisted. And then I'm going to connect the other side of the toggle clasp. And close the jump ring. And here it is. This is the final piece. And here's how it looks on. I usually go for my bracelets to be about 7.5, between 7 to 7.5. And I think this is so pretty. And I love this toggle clasp. The toggle clasp is actually just becomes part of the design, and I really, really like that instead of just being purely functional. As you saw in the beginning, I made quite a few of these bracelets. So I'm going to go through them and kind of show they're all made with the same technique as far as how to start and stop with the Guardian wires, the crimp covers and the crimp tubes. It's just different styles. And what's so amazing about these treasure bags is just the beads just carry it. The beads that she curates for them are just so beautiful. All right, so I will try to show them 4 at a time. I believe I made 15 or 16. I'm not really sure. We'll get the final count there at the end. As you can see, I used all 10 of the toggle clasp bracelets that came in the treasure bag and went beyond that and used other clasps besides that. I used, of course, my 4mm pearls that I absolutely love. And I also use different bead caps. I have these flower bead caps right here. So like I said, I'll go through 4 at a time. And if at any point you want to replicate something, you can certainly just kind of pause on that screen. All right, so here are the next set of 4. And of course, those beautiful crystal beads like the green ones I used in the one I made in the video. And then I love that she had different unique shaped beads in this one. The long square ones here, and then these just so unique, absolutely beautiful shaped beads here. Color variation is just amazing. And here are the next 4. And after I used the 10 toggle clasps from the treasure bag, I went into my Beebeecraft order. And like I showed at the very beginning, these beautiful clasps that become part of the design, I ended up using 5 of these and I absolutely love them. And for this one, I used this really pretty toggle clasp that is a crown and kind of a staff, which I just thought was so unique. I really, really like that one. There you go. I just think that looks so nice. So here are those 4. And it turned out I had 5 left. So I am thinking I made 17, I guess, 4, 8, 12, 16, 17. So if I have 17 double strand bracelets, that would be 34 if it was single strand. So that's quite a bit. From one treasure bag, I made quite a few bracelets. And I really love these barrel beads on this one. They're much, much larger than the other beads, but I definitely think they stand out. And here's another toggle clasp from my Beebeecraft order. Really, really unique. I love it. There it is. Very nice. And I really love these larger rhombus is what they're called beads. These kind of bicone, flat bicone beads. Very pretty. All right, so here it is. And here is all 17, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Yes, I have made 17 multi-strand bracelets. And I'm gonna go ahead and show you something. Here is the drawer where I keep my treasure bag each month. I fill in the drawer. So you can see I could have easily made a few more. I have so much left. It's kind of crazy to me how much comes in one of these treasure bags. It is quite a bit. I left some of this stuff because I do want to make a few other things, like some necklaces or earrings, you know, to go with these bracelets. But this treasure bag has so much stuff in it. And I'll say it again, if you're interested in the treasure bag from GGC Beginning Beaders, just keep in mind that she does not have a monthly subscription, but she does have a notification list. And I will have that information in the description box below. I cannot encourage you enough to go and get signed up for it, because once she puts them up for sale, they sell out very, very quickly. And if you're interested in any of the items that I showed from my Beebeecraft order, I will have the link below to their website, and I definitely encourage you to go check them out. I always use their items with confidence, and I have placed several orders from their website before. When you go check them out, you definitely want to use my code. That code is Casey10. That is KASI10. And that code will get you 10% off your entire order. That is such a great deal. And once again, I would like to give a huge, heartfelt thank you to Wendy, and the amount of positivity and just happiness and creativity that she put in the world will absolutely be missed. But she definitely left her mark and continues to do so. So if you like this video and you want to see other videos like this, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and give me a like. Leave a comment. I absolutely love reading my comments. You guys are so, so kind, and I definitely look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.